How's it going? I am a little goblin who likes to do makeup, and today I'm going to do an orange smoky eye look. I love playing around with like one color smoky eyes or like two colors that you normally wouldn't see together and then pairing them. I just love colorful makeup in general, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna add some fake freckles and some sort of alternative clothes to kind of bring the whole look together at the end. So let's get to it. All right, as usual, my face is primed with my little e.l.f. primer back there, so we're all ready to go. I've got my Clinique 2-in-1 Beyond Correcting Foundation. I got shade Custard because I don't really like how harsh the undertones can be sometimes once everything oxidizes on my face. So as light as possible so I can work with it. And then we're going to go in and just a little bit so we have something to build off of here. We're going to kind of just place it around. Maybe all the heavier spots. Get it so that it blends nice and easy over there. A little bit down here. A little bit up there. Whoop. And then my sponge, we're gonna get them out of their little water bath over here. And I always use cold water. I'm not sure if there is a difference with cold or hot water. I usually do like warmer water to clean it and then colder water just to, make my face suffer a little bit. Ooh! We're gonna go in and just start blending. Lightly pat it around so it kind of just pushes a little bit more out this way. But we want it to hang around in those heavier spots. Alright, I went in and I finished up the rest of my face there, and I ended up adding just a little bit more here, so that way when I go in to do my lips, everything is still nice and covered. So we're gonna go in and do some blush here, and I've got my little Apocalyptic Beauty Samhain lipstick. Yes, I use lipstick because I already have it. Might as well use it. We're gonna do just little spots here. We're gonna go in with our trusty finger tool, the one we always have on us. We're gonna go ahead and just kind of blend it out and up. Go ahead and grab this side. I'm not sure if you can hear the padding, but it's not very hard. It's kind of light just so it picks it up and moves it around. And bring it over a little bit more this way. And up. And there we go. I'm going to take our usual little contour tool here. I've got the Tarte Maracuja. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong at some point. Their Tinted Hydrator in Tan Sands. We're going to take just a little bit of this guy. Come down this way. A little bit come that way. Ooh. It's getting a little dirty on there. I'm going to have to clean it up. I'm going to take the other side of our sponge here and lightly start patting our way up, blending it in with our little blush. I'm going all the way up. You can get a little in your hairline if you're comfortable with it. I do, just so it kind of blends out naturally once I do my hair and everything. Then we'll take the other side and just kind of blend out that so it's not such a harsh line there. There we go. It's coming together. I'm going to give it just a little bit more pats down here. Alright, we've got our blush and our contour on, and before we go into powder, I'm going to retake that Tarte Tan Sands, and then I have got old KVD Hilda Brown, and we're going to take this little dot brush thing here, and we're going to make some little freckles. I'm choosing two different shades. One is darker than the other because I want it to give the semblance of real freckles. Some are brighter, some are darker than others. We'll see how it comes out though. So we're just going to take this, get a little bit on the top. I'm going to do 1 or 2 on my hands before I actually put it on my face. Try and get off any extra powder. Any extra of the little foundation on here so it's not just a big goop when I go to put it on my face. God, I can never talk on these things. And they might be too light that you can't even see these ones without me getting super close. kind of see them. That's good. That's good. And everybody always does kind of like a concentration around here and everything like that, but my Aunt Holly is just covered in freckles, so I kind of like to just space them around a little bit and add more to it. I love freckles. I think they're beautiful. Okay, we're going to take some of this darker shade here. Do the same thing. Dab it on my finger. A little bit darker. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's okay. We're trusting the process here. Oop. There we go. I'm going to go in now and finish the other side here. All right, I've gone in and added some more freckles over here and kind of spread some more out arrested freckles around the rest of my face here to kind of just fill it out so it's not just like one little spot here. Now we're going to take our little e.l.f. HD setting powder here and just kind of pat on top so we get everything to stay in place while we're working on the rest of our face here. I don't want to accidentally rest my hand or something on my face and then poof, all my freckles are gone, or it's just a big brown splotch on my face. Just lightly pat it. You don't want too much powder. You don't want to spread it or catch any spots that are still a little bit too wet, although I did let it go for like a minute or two while I was sitting here plotting around on my face. Alright, we've been properly dusted and dried, so you can kind of see the freckles a little bit better now that everything's been powdered a wee bit. And then I went back in and I gave it just one more spritz of setting spray to make sure that nothing moves around on me. We hope. So now we're going to go in and we're going to do our eyebrows. So I want to do black with this look. I'm going to keep my blonde hair down and we're going to add it with the orange and see how it all looks together. So I've got KVD Black Briar and my trusty little pointy brush from BH. I'm gonna get some just on the point of this guy. And I want a lot of space to do, my retainers give me such a lisp. I want a lot of space to do, that didn't help at all. I want a lot of space to do my eyeshadow. Blah, blah, blah. And I just kind of kept, I didn't really say anything, but I kind of kept the tip of my brush down a little bit and then just kind of pulled back with the rest of it to try and give it that one swipe look, even though it was many little swipes. Give it a little bit of an arch there and then just kind of let it taper off that way. I might take a little bit here and just build up. There we go. Like my normal brow would be here. So I've got it all the way up here and that gives me a lot of room to push my smoky eye out. And just darken it up a little bit here. Push that arch over just a little bit. Alright, both of our eyebrows have this beautiful high arch so we can fit all of our smoky orange in there. So we're going to take our lightest color, which is Loading from the Sugarpill Mini B2. Gonna get just a wee bit on there. We're gonna start right at the crease and just start tapping pressing lighter and lighter as we go out, so it kind of just tapers off into the distance. Gonna go the full way over the eye, all the way out here. And you can blend it in with your little blush over there if you want, or you can take a little bit of it and add it to your blush. That way the two kind of just mesh together, which I kind of like the way that sounds. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this color here. We're going to blend it in there. There, I like that. Nice little on the fly addition there. I'm going to look up and get underneath there a little bit. A little bit more up here towards the front. Fill in that spot underneath our eyebrow. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. We've got a nice orangey base, nice and light around both eyes. It might not look very light, but it's the lighter of the orange colors that I'll be using. So to shade it up a little bit next, we're going to go in with our Vida palette from Melt. We're going to use Pan Dolce, which is like the darkest orange they have on there. We're going to go in just a little bit more into the lid and then push out. We're not entirely over everything that we did with the other one, just enough so that the two kind of blend together there. And go into the lid a little bit over here. Pushing out every time. And do a little bit under the eyeball. Just a little bit more over here. Keep blending. We've gone and shaded up the other eye as well with our little bit of a darker orange, and we've got one more to go. So from our Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, slow down mouth, we're going to use Realgar, and we're going to get just a little bit of that on there. And this is a super nice shade. I like the deep tones of orange without adding too many like brownish or tan hues to it. Keeps it very true to the color. There we go. And I might use just a wee bit of red ochre there, just to reinforce that darkness around that crease there, without adding too much orangey, adding too much reddish violet hues to it. And we'll go over, up over the crease there. I have a little bit more of that red ochre. I have a very bad habit of mumbling, and I just kind of like taper off, and then I'll come back really loud, and then I kind of taper off. So I'm trying to work on that, so I apologize. Thank you for bearing with me as I work on mouth sounds. There we go. We're going to keep pushing up a little bit there. Some under the eye there, look up. Keep pushing out. Just a little bit more towards the front here. All right. I'm going to go in now and fix this spot real fast. I don't like when I can see the shadow kind of droop this way. I want it to fully come around and up top there. All right, now it's looking like here after a minute we can go in and do our other eye. Got our nice smoky look going on for our corners here. And then to fill in this front little bit, I love my shimmers and my glitters. So we're going to take our little Dress to Kill palette here from Makeup a Murder. We're going to do the actual Dress to Kill shade here. A nice orangey greenish shade. We're going to go in just a little bit here on the front of the lid. And I'm using this as a base for my glitter just so I get that nice orangey hue underneath instead of my eyelid. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. There we go. Do the same thing to our other eye over here. And this will probably be the shade that I use to go back in and do my highlights and everything like that too. But I've got my Slayfire Cosmetics and I've got Starfire. It's this great orangey color. I'm going to go ahead and grab just a wee bit on my finger here. Oop. And I'm just going to start patting it down over top and kind of moving it with my fingers. You can kind of see it on camera. Maybe I need just a wee bit more glitter there. Give me one moment here. I'm going to try and figure out how to get this to show up right. I went back in and it's not that the camera isn't picking up the glitter. It's just not as orangey as it appears on there as it is on here. And I kind of like that because it blends it in a little bit more. And when I go back in with my shadow to kind of go around this area a little bit, it'll all blend together pretty nicely and just look like a little shimmery, goldy orange. I don't really know, but I like it. So I'm going to go in really fast and just kind of fix that up a little bit, and I'll be right back and we'll do our highlight. I went in and fixed up my shading a little bit there, and it looks much better in person than it does on camera, but I feel like that's how most things look, but it still looks pretty good on here. You can see the little shimmeries and everything like that. So we're going to go back in with our Dress to Kill shade from the If Looks Could Kill palette from Makeup a Murder. I think I said Dress to Kill last time. That was wrong. We're going to take our little brush here anyway and go right in the corners here. Just a little bit. And we can use the shade next to it to the Blue Blood shade. And just to add to that little sheen there. It's like a goldy white. We're going to go up top here. Right underneath the brow and kind of pull it out. We're going to do a little splotch here and blend it out with our finger. I'm going to do just the middle of the bridge of our nose, a little bit down there, kind of blend it out with our fingy. You can see it. I'm going to do a little above here. So you got a little of that orange color. There you go. I'm going to take both of those shades I was using, use my finger a little bit here. Push it up and over a little bit so it blends nicely. Doesn't look like just a line on your face. We got our highlight going on. We're blinding people in the street with it. And we're going to move on to our eyeliner here. And instead of using black, I think it'll look really cool if I use like a deeper brownish color. It's not entirely brown. It is Damned by Old KVD. It's a little bit of a purpley reddish hue, but I think with the orange and everything, it'll be dark enough under there that you won't be able to tell. So let's hope. So we're gonna come in from underneath the little fold of our eye. There we go. And I want it to kind of not go up as much as I do, just kind of like straight out. I want it to almost blend in with the shaded orange that I have over there. Gonna come over our eye and kind of like a straight line. Get some of that glitter off of there onto my finger. We're gonna go up and over the eyelid. Then come back around, connecting those two lines. And it's looking pretty nice. I will have to invest in a darker brown at some point for when I do these. And we're gonna go a little bit underneath. Take a tiny bit on just the point of this brush. We're going to come out from the top of our lid. And try for a triangle shape instead of just a line if you can. And then just go back over and try to connect it to the top of your lid there. It's looking pretty good for purpley eyeliner on orange. You'd never even be able to tell. We've gotten our eyeliner done on both sides, so we're going to go in with our little stick eyeliner here and fill in our waterline at the bottom. We're just going to start before the waterline and then look away as you kind of fill in and go up. If you're not comfortable with this step, it's totally optional. You don't have to do it. I like it because it fills everything in, so when I do my lashes and everything, there's no like light spots in there. Do the other side. Oh, poke myself there. Get that glitter out of my eyelashes before it falls in my eye. Yeah, there. Back on my eyelid. Alrighty. We're going to do our mascara. Going to go in with our Toofaced Better Than Sex mascara here, and I've got the little tiny one this time. We're going to go up under, give it a little wiggle there, kind of coat them all in it and separate them. Blink if you have to. I do. There we go. Get them all nice and full. We'll come look up. Get your bottom lashes a little bit there. Alright, we've got our lashes done on both sides, and before we go in with our falsies, we're going to go ahead and get our lips done here. So I have the Samhain from Apocalyptic Beauty and the Damned from KVD, and we're going to do a little bit of like an orange ombre. We're going to take this and outline our lips. Looking good for the top guy there. Come in. Try and find the middle. Good, just right on it. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to talk during these moments. I'm trying to tell you what I'm doing, and it's like, because I got my lipstick over here. I basically just try, every point I have, I try to take it from the middle and come out and then back to it so it looks like a cohesive line instead of me just like, and then little stops and starts and everything. I'm going to go ahead and just darken up this side. A little bit more down there, and then we're going to come in with our orangey shade here. Now, it didn't look so purpley on my eyes, but here it does. So I may try and use a little bit of the Hilda to just add. Just a little bit more of a brown presence there. I don't have any purple or anything on my face, so I really don't want to try and add it now. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm never happy with it. I just sit here like, I'm gonna go clean off my fingers real fast and we'll be back to do our lashes. Our lips are all nice blended and dried here. I kind of like the way it looks with that little bit of brown over top and then that little bit of purpley. I keep saying purpley red, but it's not. It's a purpley brown, and my brain needs to just get with it today. Got one last thing left to do before I go get changed, and my trusty number 5s are like drying still because I washed them the other day. They were getting a little built up there. So I've just got some little cheapy Starlit ones that I got. I think they're like duo. I got them from Sally's or something a few years ago. I just have yet to use them. They're a little bit thinner there. I don't know if you can see, but they should still do all right for today. So we're going to take them off of there and get our little duo stuff on it. I don't know if you can even see. Just along the top little line there. Give it a few seconds, let it dry. I like to think it helps. Once it starts to turn, oh, I cannot wait until I don't have to wear these things during the day anymore. Once that starts to turn clear, you can start to put it on your eye because it's all tacky. You're going to give it that little squish. Get right up against there. Start pulling it in and mixing it with your lashes. Pressing it in little bits. Yeah. It's thin, but it's enough that you can see it. It's still better than, I mean, obviously you can see this one I have mascara on, and this one I have the little falsies on. It just brings the look together and adds actual lashes you can see, I guess. Ooh. I'm gonna grab our other little guy here. The same thing. And that little squish in the middle there. I love the people that put them underneath. Every time that I've tried to do it, it like somehow connects with my top lash and it just irritates me to high heaven and I just end up taking it off because I don't know if it's a user error or maybe I'm putting it too high up. I'll figure it out one of these days. I've distracted you long enough. Now we can put our lash on. Go ahead and, oh, there is glitter in there. Get out of there. Look down, pull it along the line. There we go. This eye is my notorious troublemaker. This one I can get all the lashes and everything on it and it looks fine. This eye has a little bit more of a hood to it, so anything that I try to do more towards this corner or this corner, it's just like, it doesn't want to work with me. It'll push things up. It'll connect with the top of my eyelid here, and it's just, ooh, it's a big problem. The people that can do really good looks on hooded eyes all over, like, you have some mad skills because these things are annoying, and mine isn't even that bad. um, now that we've gotten these guys on here, I'm gonna let them dry and like give them a little push with my finger here and go back over them with a little mascara, get changed, do my hair, and I'll show you the full ensemble for our smoky eye. All right. And this is it. This is the final look. A nice smoky orange eye. I hear wearing warm colors in the winter will keep you warm. We're going to put it to the test and find out. I've got it paired with some Hot Topic hoops, little choker, and bracelets I was gifted for Yule, along with a little Killstar bolero. It's like a little half top fishnet thing with like little sleeves on them. I like it for stuff like this. I don't need the whole top. Got them paired with my FoxBlood Romper. I love this thing and I would live in it if I could. Paired with my Thrifted thigh-high boots that come all the way up, which is great. I have some pretty thick thighs, and to find stuff that allows me to be one whole leg, I love it. I'm happy over the small things. Dang it, let me live. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see more looks like this one. Like, comment, do all the things. But the most important thing, stay well, stay hydrated. Bye.